All right, welcome into another week of the Coach Caleb Ross Show, action-packed. The past couple weeks, the Prattville Lions, your Prattville Lions, have been on a winning streak. Joining me, as always, though, head coach of this show, it's named for him, Coach Caleb Ross. My man, a big week against Jeff Davis. Of course, we'll break down all the stats, but looking back on it, how do you feel, especially the night before, but coming off a big win like that, region-wise?
Well, we're playing good football. I think that's the main thing is when we played. What I was proud of the kids last week is we played Jeff Davis. Going in the game, Jeff Davis was 2-4. They were not having a good record. It was a short week. We come off an emotional win against Lee. We had a lot of distractions at school. I mean, school's got to go on. Life's got to go on. We had testing, things like that. It was a recipe for being a trap game, of us not having focus, of us coming out really not practicing well, not preparing well, and then having really could be set up for failure. Because I know we played a JD team that, yeah, we were probably better, but JD is starting to winning. They were starting to have some success. They were getting some kids back, and they got, they do a good job over there. I mean, we got on them pretty good and pulled away. But so I was worried, but man, our kids did. Man, they met my expectation. Man, they focused all week. They were dialed in. They didn't take their opponent lightly, and they went out and they early dominated the game. And they were they didn't let an inferior opponent. They didn't play down to their level.
Each and every Thursday night, 5:30 to 6:30. Join us here at Buffalo Wild Wings in Prattville for this show. Of course, you can catch it and listen to it on Dixie Country 100.1. You can watch it on Prattville Live. You can also listen to it on DixieCountry.com, or you can ask Alexa to play Dixie Country. So many different ways you can get a hold of the show each and every week. Of course, we want to throw this at you. If you're an Alabama fan, Nick Saban's show follows at 6:30 right after this one, so a little incentive to stick around. Now, Coach, moving on this week, another big game, but let's look at this Jeff Davis a little bit. 44-7, of course, we break down every single week, it seems like, the stats, and, we kind of go back and forth as just the old breaking down the stat type thing. But what was the thing that really stood out the most to you? Because I look at the score. I mean, it looks like a blowout, but a lot of physical play on the field.
It was. Defense, man, has continued to play in phenomenal. Man, they had another stellar night. Like I said, we were on their side of the field pretty much all night, and that's really having great defense, getting some 3-and-outs. We created some turnovers early. We got a pick six, and really just early took control of the game. Now I'll say there's a couple things that we weren't clean on. Probably our, I won't say it's a bad night special teams, but probably we'd been pretty sharp on special teams. We really weren't the other night. We were 0 for 2 on some 2-point conversion stuff. We do like a gate, almost every time we score a touchdown. We do that for a lot of reasons. If they don't line up right, we can steal a point there. We missed both of those. Had opportunities. It was there. We just didn't execute. We missed an extra point the other night. Man, Elliott Duke's he's been money all year, and he hooked one. That's fine. And we missed a field goal, and we had a bad punt snap. So when you look at it, man, probably not our best night. Things that, we got to get cleaned up when we play a better team, especially tomorrow night like Auburn. But I'll tell you this, man, I thought offensively we played good to really good. We had two, I'd say, average nights on offense. I know the stats were good. I was really proud of our offense the second half against Wetumpka. They were daring us to run the football. Safeties were deep. We hit the long shot to Kendrick against Wetumpka, but we mainly just kind of pounded on them, run it. But I didn't think we played good against Lee. And then we came out last week and responded well. I thought we had a really good night offensively. So that to me is what stood out about it. And it was a Thursday game, especially sometimes it cramped the ball on a Thursday night. The environment can be kind of, I guess you can be low. I mean, our kids really didn't. They didn't let that affect them.
It's kind of different, isn't it?
It is. It really is. So.
Yeah, Coach, you're talking about the offensive explosion. I mean, a guy that we're going to meet with pretty soon, Buffalo Rock Player of the Game for his performance against Jeff Davis. 8 catches for 96 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kendrick Rogers, my man, he's coming over here. He's looking good. He's going to get something from Sports Clips, a free MVP treatment. And, I talked with him off air. Maybe just a massage. Maybe he can just work that in, just go straight in, because he's got some good-looking hair. I don't know if he wants to touch it right here, but definitely we'll break that down. Massage and all, hot towel.
That hot towel is worth it, man.
It really is. It's just sometimes, especially during a long week and how crazy your practices can be. I mean, just – getting done with practice, going over Sports Clips, having a good time. That's, again, Sports Clips of Prattville. Guys, I want you to join us. If you can, make it out here. We're at Buffalo Wild Wings in Prattville, and that's each and every Thursday night leading up to the big game. And, Coach, It's Auburn week, and when I sit back and look at a couple weeks ago, you had something not go your way, at least with a couple injuries, different things kind of popping up. Keandre Powell, a guy that's really came in, and it seems like this team that you got is just a plug and play. Working with the depth that you have is that you have so many guys that can make plays. It's one thing that we've always talked about, these receivers you have. It seems like you just get Kyle Kramer out, just give him a quick slant to anybody, and someone is making a play. My goodness, is that the confidence at this point? You look at Kendrick. You can toss it to him or give it to him anyway. Just get the ball in his hands, and he's making plays.
Well, that's what we said day one with Kendrick, man. If he is so dynamic with the ball in his hand, he's just a football player, man. You put him at running back, he's probably going to rush for 100 yards. You put him at receiver, he's going to be dynamic. And all the off the field stuff that Kendrick brings. And I know we're going to talk about him. I'm going to talk about him here in a little bit, man. What he brings to our football team. But you're right. We got numerous skill guys that can go make things happen. You look at Kendrick. You look at Taylor Thompson, man, and you look at Atirius Bates. You look at Keandre Powell. You look at Isaiah Calls, who's having a quiet year but is a really good receiver. Jaden Kidd, man, is another good running back. And you got Kyle getting the ball to him. And we've got some young talent coming through. We had Albert Taggart's playing really well earlier in the year, and he's a little banged up right now. Hope to get him back soon. And that's the thing, man. When you look at it, you're like, man, this kid, we need to get him 8 or 9 touches. But we need to get that kid 8 or 9 touches. Well, this kid's
it's kind of hard sometimes, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, it's a lot harder than you think. And you can't – and, man, this isn't Pee Wee football, so you can't say, hey, I'm going to throw it to this kid and this kid only. Man, we run route progressions, and sometimes they take away this kid, so this kid's open over here. And usually, man, how the receiver stuff, and you study this in college football or NFL, you're going to have some good nights. Like Kendrick had 8 or 9 catches one night, but then he had one catch, I think, the week before, or maybe one catch against Wetumpka. And so it just works itself out that way. If you're patient, you hang in there, you're going to get your touches, and that's what I tell you. But a lot of guys are going to touch the football, which makes it hard to stop, and it makes it fun for our guys. Numerous guys could be the guy that night.
Coach, a lot of points you just bring up there, but it's one thing that you've told me, and it just makes sense. We have all those playmakers. It's tough to give everybody the ball, but Jeff Davis, you win 44-7. I break down the stats. Look at Kramer, incredible night passing, 13 of 21, 236 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's got 14 touchdowns to the air to only 2 interceptions. So, analytically, he's looking really good. But then, if you think a couple weeks ago with Wetumpka, you had to beat him on the ground. Well, it's exactly what you did this past week. What did Jeff Davis propose defensively to where you say, hey, we're going to get Kendrick, we're going to get other guys the ball and really open up the passing game?
Well, it just depends week to week. You see different defenses, and I don't know if it was anything we said, hey, Jeff Davis, we can throw the football. And we feel like any week with our receiving crew, we've got to find ways to get the ball to them. You know what I mean? And teams are good, man. Every team you play is going to have a plan for those guys. But we go into every game with certain routes we like, certain runs we like. It just so happened, man, that Jeff Davis, they were playing a little bit more single high safety stuff, so we felt like throwing the football was going to be an opportunity there, and it proved to be. It's like we went into the Wetumpka game thinking we were going to get more. And I know I'm going to talk to football specific, but we thought we were going to get more one safety stuff, and that we were going to have to throw the football. Well, they come out really in a totally different plan. Played 2 safeties, played them deep, and really gave a lighter box. So the option was running the football. So, it just really depends week to week. It's really depending. It ain't really saying, hey, we're going to have we should have a big night throwing. We expect to have a big night passing and running both nights. So I will say this. I was really proud of Kyle. I thought he had a better night. And he played good against Lee and against Wetumpka. But I thought he played better against JD. There's some little things, details of stuff that he really worked on and got better. And we executed really 2 outstanding drives right for the first half, man. I'm really proud of that.
So much more to talk about. We'll break down a bit more of Jeff Davis. Now we'll switch over to the defensive side. Got a couple guys I really want to talk about. Picked up some big D1 offers, but putting up the stat sheet, doing what they need to do on the field to get the win. Prattville 6-1, 3-1 in region play. Got tons more to break down in tonight's show. It's Auburn week. It's a home game for your Prattville Lions. That's all coming your way. We'll break down even more in this one. Stay with us. You're listening to the Coach Cale Ross Show.
We're here today at Larry Puckett Chevrolet by the brand new Blazer. Got General Sales Manager Kirk Mims here. Kirk, tell us what's going on here at Larry Puckett Chevrolet.
It's closeout time at Larry Puckett Chevrolet. The 2019s are going fast. We've got save up to $5,000 on one of these Blazers. You can save up to $7,000 on the new Equinox, and you can save up to $14,000 off of a new 19 Silverado. There will never be a better time. Come and see us.
Great time to come see him. Come see Kirk and the boys here at Larry Puckett Chevrolet.
Think local. Think of all the skill and talent found right here in our community. Hands that build, hands that feed, teach, protect, and hands that heal. Guardian Credit Union reaches out to people just like you. Handling loans for new cars, opening doors to new homes, saying yes to fun and adventure. When you need a strong, steady financial hand, think local. Think Guardian.
Buffalo Rock is well known for Pepsi and other great soft drink brands. Did you know that Buffalo Rock is one of the River Region's largest full-service caterers? And have you heard about Micro Market? Buffalo Rock is leading the region with innovation to replace conventional vending at many of the larger industrial plants. Plant management loves it, and so do the employees. To find out more about Buffalo Rock Catering and the Micro Market, call Mike Barnett at 334-394-4452. The Buffalo Rock family is proud to support area schools. BuffaloRock.com.
Did you know you can buy an E-Z-GO golf cart for only $3,100 now at Prattville Outdoors, 118 Highway 82 West in Prattville? Prattville Outdoors has a great selection of previously owned 2017 E-Z-GO golf carts. Prattville Outdoors even has a camo model that's been jacked up and ready for hunting season, selling at only $69.95. Come see the Johnson Brothers and Bibb today at Prattville Outdoors, 118 Highway 82 West, or go to PrattvilleOutdoors.com. That's PrattvilleOutdoors.com.
Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish. Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish.
I only use U.S. farm-raised catfish.
We've been selling U.S. farm-raised catfish since 1978.
They do have a choice for a good, wholesome, safe fish. We know it's a good product.
Ask for U.S. farm-raised catfish, only the finest, freshest, tastiest. You can taste the difference.
From our farm to your table, your family deserves the best. U.S. farm-raised catfish.
Hey, this is Chip Powell. I'm here with Lewis Mills, service manager at Larry Puckett Chevrolet, here at Express Oil Change and Tires Engineers. As you can hear, they're getting the new tires put on. Lewis, tell us what's going on here.
Well, Chip, you know, hunting season around the corner, you're trying to get a jump on things. We're putting on your Nitto grapplers on your truck now, so we have BF Goodrich, Michelin, Uniroyal, and multiple other lines of tire.
Man, that's great, Lewis. We really appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Bye.
Welcome back in, Coach Caleb Ross Show, and as always, Coach Caleb Ross here with me. I'm Daryl Puckett, and well, man, we're having a good time breaking down the big win from last week. Jeff Davis, 44-7. Going to talk to our guy in a second, Kendrick Rogers, our Buffalo Rock player of the game. His performance: 8 catches, 96 yards, 2 touchdowns to help lead the Prattville Lions to the big 44-7 win against the Volunteers. Now, Coach, looking at the defensive side, I mean, a lot of guys that we can really break down and say, man, you know, you've done a just fantastic job at doing your job. You know, I mean, it's assignment type football, right. You know, especially when we're talking secondary linebackers type thing. But one guy that's really stood out to me, and a guy that's up for our Player of the Week over the Alabama News Network for his pick 6, Ian Jackson, man. 2 solo tackles, 1 assist, 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack, but had the vision on the pick 6. How's that linebacking group looking? Because a couple of weeks, you know, maybe 4 shows ago, a month ago, you know, you're kind of breaking down the assessment of what those guys could do defensively, but how have they progressed up to this point?
Well, man, they've been, I mean, the whole defense as a whole has been phenomenal. It really has. I know it starts with, I mean, first of all, it starts with our defensive coordinator, Coach Granger Shook. Man, he does an outstanding job. Kids play hard for him. He works at it. Man, he's done an outstanding job this year. Just getting the kids. We got a great game plan on Friday night. And I think overall what I'm really proud of is, man, I tell people we played defense. And, yeah, we run and tackle and do those things, but we played defense. And to me, man, defense is about fitting gaps. It's about leveraging the ball. It's about knowing where your help is. I mean, people, I guess the average fan looks, you know, about big hits and tackles, and those things are important. But man, when you're playing gap sound football and you're in your perimeter run, you know where your help's coming. You go leverage the block to bring it back to where your guy's supposed to make the tackle. Those things we do, and we do when it gets to open field. I really think we tackle well, man. I've been really proud of that, and I'll say this: our linebacker crew has been really, really outstanding. And I know you mentioned Ian Jackson. Man, he's having a phenomenal year. He's a kid that's really come on. We knew he had a lot of talent. Man, he's got the God-given ability. He's a tall kid, long kid. He's 6'2", 6'2.5". He's got good size. He's 210, 211 pounds, something like that. And he's really became physical this year. So he's having an outstanding year. It probably really starts in the middle with Mason Taylor and Deshaun Daniels, the year they're having. And even A.P. Coleman's a kid that got his opportunity about 3 weeks ago and is really starting to make the most of it. But I guess the point I want to make, what's really helping our linebacker crew is the play of our D-line. And what that matters, they're keeping those linemen, those O-linemen off our linebackers, where our linebackers can go make plays. When you're chewing up blocks, you're taking on double teams, and linebackers can flow, and they can freely get from gap to gap to make tackles. That's a huge advantage. And our D-line's playing really, really good football. So, I mean, it's all. It takes all. It takes all on offense, takes all on defense, and the same thing when the linebackers know that, hey, I can be a little more aggressive here because the safety here is going to clean up whatever here. It just makes really good, makes for success on Friday night, and it's all starting to gel, and they're really gelling on that side of the ball.
Coach, let's play reaction right now. I'm going to throw something at you, and you just react to it, okay?
Okay.
All right, up to this point in the season, again, 6-1 overall, so through 7 games. After the Jeff Davis win, 44-7, you have scored 224 points offensively. You've only given up 56. That's a difference of 168. React to that.
Man, I think I saw six points a game. I mean, it's really like I don't know if we're really getting enough. People still get this. I'll say this: my reaction is probably a little bit longer than you wanted, but the Central game, there's 45 points on the board. Well, one of those was a block punt. One of those was a pick six. So really, we're giving up 31 points offensively. I mean, from a defense standpoint. Okay. Then the rest, 6 points a game. I just don't know if that's appreciated, man. What's going on our defense side of the football? And here's the other things too. It's the yards, man. I mean, you look at like teams are having 58 yards or 106 yards total offense, and they ain't like, it isn't like they're driving, and we're making big plays at the end. Man, our guys are really playing outstanding football. Now, here's the key: the consistency, because you're about to get into a meat of it. It starts tomorrow night with obviously a really good team, and I know we're going to talk about Auburn here in a little bit, but can we be consistent every week? I mean, and that's really the key if we really want to be that type of team.
Coach, to start the season at Foley, got the W there. Then you hosted Stanhope. Then we had a really early bye week. It was something that just threw me for a loop. I was like, Coach, week 3 you got to bye. But then you hit this crazy, crazy schedule. 3 straight road games at Central Phoenix City, at Enterprise, at Wetumpka. Then you come back, leave Montgomery. And then you go to Crampton Bowl this past week at Jeff Davis. I mean, in Montgomery, but still not a home game. You finish up the regular season with 3 home games, something that we looked at, especially just the first show of this season leading up to Foley. And when we just looked at the schedule, and, man, you snap your fingers and you're at the back end of the schedule. Right. And you're sitting 6-1 and, sitting 3-1 in this Class 7A Region 2. 3 home games on the back end. Is this something that you've kind of talked to your guys about and said, look, we went through all this craziness, but now we're back to 3 home games. Let's try to finish it out.
I'll be honest with you, we really don't talk about that type of stuff. And I mean, and granted, we're excited about it. I'll be honest, we're excited. And I told you I think I said this last time, preseason looking at our schedule, I really didn't think the 4 games on the road, the first half of the season was going to be that big of a deal. And then you get into it, you're like, man, I'm tired of being on the road. I mean, I really was a little bit more at the end than I wanted. But I really tried to get our kids. It doesn't matter the situation. It doesn't matter the venue. You got to go compete. And I really think our kids are buying into that. Sure, is it better playing at home? Absolutely. It's your crowd behind you. It's comfortable. It's familiar. We don't have to take a long bus trip. Yeah, it's always going to be better at home. But I really want a team that plays good no matter where we're at, because the reality of it is we're going to have to go travel in the playoffs. We're going to have to go play in some type of environment where it's not familiar to us, and we can't be one of those teams that, well, my home team my home crowd ain't behind me, so we're shut down tonight. I mean, I don't like this grass or this turf or this locker room, man. We're done, Coach. You can't do that, man. We're trying to get these guys to, hey, it doesn't matter if we want to play out in that parking lot, man. We're going to go compete. And our guys are really starting to buy into that stuff. But, yes, is it to have 3 home games on the back end? Absolutely. And they're 3 big games. So, like I said, man, tomorrow night starts tomorrow night. But yes, 3 big home games at the end.
Class 7A Region 2, we'll break that down from top to bottom, tell you who's on top, who's tied, and who is near the bottom. Breaking down everything with Auburn week. It's Prattville hosting Auburn tomorrow night at Stanley Jensen Stadium. We're live here at Buffalo Wild Wings Combined CS. We're here until 6:30. Stay with us when we come back. Kendrick Rogers, our Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game for his performance against Jeff Davis. Sit down, talk with him. Get inside the mind of a true baller out there on the field for the Lions. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We're here today at Larry Puckett Chevrolet by the brand new Blazer. Got General Sales Manager Kirk Mims here. Kirk, tell us what's going on here at Larry Puckett Chevrolet.
It's closeout time at Larry Puckett Chevrolet. The 2019s are going fast. We've got save up to $5,000 on one of these Blazers. You can save up to $7,000 on the new Equinox, and you can save up to $14,000 off of a new 19 Silverado. There will never be a better time. Come and see us.
Great time to come see him. Come see Kirk and the boys here at Larry Puckett Chevrolet.
Think local. Think of all the skill and talent found right here in our community. Hands that build, hands that feed, teach, protect, and hands that heal. Guardian Credit Union reaches out to people just like you. Handling loans for new cars, opening doors to new homes, saying yes to fun and adventure. When you need a strong, steady financial hand, think local. Think Guardian.
Buffalo Rock is well known for Pepsi and other great soft drink brands. Did you know that Buffalo Rock is one of the River Region's largest full-service caterers? And have you heard about Micro Market? Buffalo Rock is leading the region with innovation to replace conventional vending at many of the larger industrial plants. Plant management loves it, and so do the employees. To find out more about Buffalo Rock Catering and the Micro Market, call Mike Barnett at 334-394-4452. The Buffalo Rock family is proud to support area schools. BuffaloRock.com.
Did you know you can buy an E-Z-GO golf cart for only $3,100 now at Prattville Outdoors, 118 Highway 82 West in Prattville? Prattville Outdoors has a great selection of previously owned 2017 E-Z-GO golf carts. Prattville Outdoors even has a camo model that's been jacked up and ready for hunting season, selling at only $69.95. Come see the Johnson Brothers and Bibb today at Prattville Outdoors, 118 Highway 82 West, or go to PrattvilleOutdoors.com. That's PrattvilleOutdoors.com.
Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish. Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish.
I only use U.S. farm-raised catfish.
We've been selling U.S. farm-raised catfish since 1978.
You do have a choice for a good, wholesome, safe fish. We know it's a good product.
Ask for U.S. farm-raised catfish, only the finest, freshest, tastiest. You can taste the difference.
From our farm to your table, your family deserves the best. U.S. farm-raised catfish.
Hey, this is Chip Powell. I'm here with Lewis Mills, Service Manager at Larry Puckett Chevrolet, here at Express Oil Change and Tires Engineers. As you can hear, they're getting the new tires put on. Lewis, tell us what's going on here.
Well, Chip, hunting season around the corner. You're trying to get a jump on things. We're putting on your Nitto grapplers on your truck now. So we have BF Goodrich, Michelin, Uniroyal, and multiple other lines of tire.
Man, that's great, Lewis. We really appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, welcome back in, Coach Caleb Ross Show, and joining me now is Kendrick Rogers, a Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game. His performance, we'll break it down again, 8 catches, 96 yards, 2 touchdowns against Jeff Davis. And, my man, how are you feeling tonight? A little chilly out, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty chilly. I don't have a jacket on, so, I'm feeling the weather. It's hitting my skin.
Oh, man, look, it's getting to that point, I was going to play golf. I was telling a couple guys I was going to play golf this morning, and I woke up, and it was like 45 degrees. I said, no, it ain't going to happen. All right, Kendrick, look, man, we'll put this up. If you're watching on Prattville live through the YouTube, you get the link through our Facebook as well. This is yours, my man, the high school player of the game. Again, your performance right there, Kendrick, against Jeff Davis in the big 44-7 victory for the Lions. 8 catches, 96 yards, 2 touchdowns. How are you feeling in that game, dude?
It starts with the O-line, then it goes to the quarterback, then it goes to everybody else who's blocking for me. So it worked out pretty good. We had a good game plan. I just went out there and I just did what I practiced to do. We do everything right at practice. We coach the right way. So everything's easier when we just with the intensity we have when we go out there with the focus and stuff like that.
What was your expectations to start this season? You know, I mean, you get out there in spring, you push in, summer hits, it's too hot, fall hits, it cools off a little bit, but not this year, it seems like, and then you start the season.
For me personally, you know, me coming from a 2A school to a 7A, it was a big difference. Practice was different, working out was different, the coaching was different, you know, it was more intense. Everything was more intense. So, you know, the more I just got, you know, more I got into it, the easier it just got, and the more I just bought into it, you know. It's like another player. This was easy for me. Nothing too much focused on.
You know, working through the summer and working with Kyle Kramer, your quarterback, to try to build that chemistry, when was the moment you kind of told yourself, okay, you know, I think we got something rolling here?
In the summer, after practice, me and Kyle will go to the soccer fields, or we'll just stay out on the field and we'll just throw. And it was kind of like back in 8th grade when he used to throw to me. We just still had a connection. So it was kind of easy. Just as long as I was running routes and he was throwing the ball, it was good.
All right, so let's present you with this next. Everybody listening, again, so many ways you can listen to the show. Dixie Country 100.1 FM. You can watch it through the Facebook, through YouTube. Prattville Alive, just search that. Also, you can listen DixieCountry.com or just ask Alexa, play Dixie Country. My man, Kendrick Rogers, dude, you get a free MVP treatment from Sports Clips in Prattville. I mean, that goes from everything top from the actual haircut to massage to steam towel, and man, it is a top to bottom experience. I used to go in there quite a bit, and just looking at your swag you got, I don't know if you're going to be getting a haircut anytime soon. When is the last time you got a haircut, though?
I get a haircut every Friday.
Every Friday?
I have dreads,
what?
But on the side, I get my sides cut. You know, I get
You're
that
lying on
lined
the
up.
show right now.
No, I'm for real. If I take the hat off, you will see. But I'm getting one tomorrow. That's why I have the hat on.
Okay, so Sports Clips. I mean, you could try them out for your weekly haircut?
Yes, sir. Every Friday or Thursday.
Oh, my man, you know, you could head out there tonight after the show and head out there tomorrow before the big game. Make sure you tell them you got it from this show, got it from Coach Caleb Ross' show, and exactly what you did, because incredible performance. You know, just breaking that game down, I mean, just the catches, what you did, the touchdowns, but it's something now we're looking at. That was last week, obviously.
Yes,
we're looking at Auburn tomorrow night. What has jumped out on paper to you about just getting ready and, I guess, preparation for this big one?
Nothing on their side of the ball, on their team, nothing jumps out to me. As long as we go out there and play like we practice, play like we're coached, we're going to be fine.
You know, it was something you were saying beforehand. I mean, Auburn's got a winning streak going against Prattville, and just, you know, the pride that your teammates and this team and this community really holds in a game like this. What's the noise that's happening? Are you hearing a lot?
No, actually, I'm not hearing anything. I have a couple of them on my Snapchat and Instagram, but it's no noise, no trash talking, nothing that going on. It's just going to be a physical game tomorrow, especially with Prattville not beating them since 09, I think. 08, 09. It's been a good minute since Prattville actually beat them. It's going to be a physical game, especially because it's home and we have new turf. Can't take a L on new turf.
Man, you got new turf out there. Stanley Jensen again tomorrow night. You don't want to miss one piece of action. If you make it to the game, of course, we want you to do that. Coverage begins, though, at 6 o'clock with the pregame show. We got the whole gang. Will Barrett and everybody else will be there to break it down. The live pregame, though, will pick back up at 6:45 with kickoff at 7 o'clock. That's tomorrow night. Prattville hosting Auburn. Still with me, though, Kendrick Rogers, our Buffalo Rock Pepsi player of the game for his performance against Jeff Davis. Kendrick, man, moving forward, what's the family say? What's been the, I guess, reception since the last game?
Just keep pushing forward. Don't get complacent. Just can't get complacent. As long as I don't get complacent, we keep going hard, we're going to be fine. That's the main thing for me personally. Just we can't get complacent, can't get comfortable. Even though we're, 6-1, 3-1 in the region, like you said, can't get complacent. Can't take the next team lightly.
You know, just staring at the schedule, you know, I know it's something that I always push. I push Coach on it every week because I look at the schedule and, you know, from my perspective, I'm breaking down what I see on paper, right? But it's not always like that. When you sit in the off season and you just kind of have to see, well, got these games on the road, we got to play these guys, you know, we're big rivals with this team or this school or whatever. What pushes through your head, especially midpoint of the season, and saying, hey, you know, we've got something good going? What pushes you to keep going?
Like I said, the way we're coached, they don't let off of us. We don't take days off. Like the other day, Tuesday was raining pretty hard, and it didn't stop raining. And we went to the high school at 1, went to the stadium, we didn't get done until 6. Workout, practice, film. 6-hour practice. They push us hard, so we have to play hard. Just the expectation they have for us.
Never a bye week. Again, Prattville hosting Auburn tomorrow night. A big, giant game when you're talking about Class 7A Region 2 standings. Of course, we'll break that down in just a few moments, but got to take a quick station identification. Stay with us. You're listening to the Coach Caleb Ross Show. All right, welcome back in. Coach Caleb Ross Show. Still with me is our Buffalo Rock player of the game from a week ago. Hopefully something we'll see you out here at Buffalo Wild Wings next week for another player of the week, man. But, you know, at this point, you know, in this season for you, what's your mood? You know, what's your mindset? You know, I'm hearing all this stuff that you and Coach and the players talk about, but you personally, you know, getting out there on the field and, you know, making grabs, making catches, scoring touchdowns. How are you feeling personally at this point in the year?
I feel good, but me personally, my mindset, just keep pushing forward. Like I said, just can't get complacent. That's for me personally, just can't get comfortable. You get comfortable, that's how the next dude gets in front of you. That's how the next team gets a better record. That's how the next team beats you. As long as we don't get complacent, we keep doing what we're taught to do and what we're coached to do, we're going to be fine.
Where exactly did you learn that? I mean, did it come from transferring from a lower classification to where you just got to step up when you get to Class 7A?
No, just when I transferred, just my mom stayed on me. You know, we were talking a lot. She just always said, don't get complacent. She still says it to this day. Do not get complacent.
Well, I mean, that's a good point to be. You know, breaking down those numbers for Coach, you know, maybe 5-6 minutes ago, 224 points offensively. Your defense has only given up 56. Again, a difference of 168. When you sit there and hear those types of numbers and see what the schedule, I mean, you got 3 more games. Again, Auburn tomorrow night, then you got Smith Station, and then you finish up the season at home against Sidney Lanier. 224 points offensively. I mean, does that just blow you away?
It does for me personally. I never had offense like that. So, I mean, we get pushed so hard, and you know, it starts with the O-line. Like I said, it doesn't start without them. Then it goes to the quarterback. Then it just falls off to everybody else. Everybody plays their part and do what they're supposed to do.
That's a good point. Auburn tomorrow night. How excited are you, especially your classmates, people who don't play? You know, just your classmates in any class, teachers. What's been the talk with those guys in class, outside, around the campus? How excited are people to see this game tomorrow night?
The energy is good. You know, people are ready for the game, especially since we're having a great season. And Prattville, like I said, hasn't beat Auburn in multiple years. People are ready to see the game. People are going to be there tomorrow.
What's your message to the student section? I mean, I know having class support, having your buddies come out there and really support you really means a lot, especially when you're on the field.
Be there at 5:30. Watch the warm-ups, watch everything. Be there, 6 o'clock.
All right, you heard him for himself. Kendrick Rogers, incredible game against Jeff Davis, a big 44-7 victory last week at Crampton Bowl. 8 catches for 96 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kendrick, my man, go ball out tomorrow night. Hopefully we can get you back out here at one point this season.
Yes, sir.
All right, stay with us. We've got tons more ahead. We're going to break down Class 7A Region 2 standings, look at a couple other things from a systematical standpoint, pick Coach's brain, trying to see what he's thinking. What's he going to do tonight with the wipe leading up to it? Are they just going to rest a little bit? They're going to watch a movie maybe? Or is he going to get ready for this Auburn game tomorrow night? Stay with us. We've still got tons more here. Come join us over at Buffalo Wild Wings in Prattville. You're listening to the Coach Caleb Ross Show.
We're here today at Larry Puckett Chevrolet by the brand new Blazer. Got General Sales Manager Kirk Mims here. Kirk, tell us what's going on here at Larry Puckett Chevrolet.
It's closeout time at Larry Puckett Chevrolet. The 2019s are going fast. We've got save up to $5,000 on one of these Blazers. You can save up to $7,000 on the new Equinox, and you can save up to $14,000 off of a new 19 Silverado. There will never be a better time. Come and see us.
Great time to come see them. Come see Kirk and the boys here at Larry Puckett Chevrolet.
Think local. Think of all the skill and talent found right here in our community. Hands that build, hands that feed, teach, protect, and hands that heal. Guardian Credit Union reaches out to people just like you. Handling loans for new cars, opening doors to new homes, saying yes to fun and adventure. When you need a strong, steady financial hand, think local. Think Guardian.
Buffalo Rock is well known for Pepsi and other great soft drink brands. Did you know that Buffalo Rock is one of the River Region's largest full-service caterers? And have you heard about Micro Market? Buffalo Rock is leading the region with innovation to replace conventional vending at many of the larger industrial plants. Plant management loves it, and so do the employees. To find out more about Buffalo Rock Catering and the Micro Market, call Mike Barnett at 334-394-4452. The Buffalo Rock family is proud to support area schools. BuffaloRock.com.
Did you know you can buy an E-Z-GO golf cart for only $3,100 now at Prattville Outdoors, 118 Highway 82 West in Prattville? Prattville Outdoors has a great selection of previously owned 2017 E-Z-GO golf carts. Prattville Outdoors even has a camo model that's been jacked up and ready for hunting season, selling at only $69.95. Come see the Johnson Brothers and Bill today at Prattville Outdoors, 118 Highway 82 West, or go to PrattvilleOutdoors.com. That's PrattvilleOutdoors.com.
Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish. Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish.
I only use U.S. farm-raised catfish.
We've been selling U.S. farm-raised catfish since 1978.
You do have a choice for a good, wholesome, safe fish. We know it's a good product.
Ask for U.S. farm-raised catfish, only the finest, freshest, tastiest. You can taste the difference.
From our farm to your table, your family deserves the best. U.S. farm-raised catfish.
Hey, this is Chip Powell. I'm here with Lewis Mills, service manager at Larry Puckett Chevrolet, here at Express Oil Change and Tires Engineers. As you can hear, they're getting the new tires put on. Lewis, tell us what's going on here.
Well, Chip, hunting season around the corner. You're trying to get a jump on things. We're putting on your Nitto grapplers on your truck now. So we have BF Goodrich, Michelin, Uniroyal, and multiple other lines of tire.
Man, that's great, Lewis. We really appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Bye.
Welcome back in, Coach Caleb Ross Show. We are still thumbing along tonight. Of course, we want to remind you, Nick Saban Show follows right after us at 6:30, so stick around. You don't want to miss what Coach Saban has to say. Now, Coach, we've, or at least I've thrown out there, you're not going to watch a movie tonight. You and the wife, you've got a special Prattville High School event.
We do. So what we do every year is we have like a senior cookout, and we'll have like a local venue where the kids can go, where the players will go, and we'll have cornhole set up. We'll have some video game consoles, some different things. The coaches will be there. The seniors there. We get to relax, have some fun, kind of do just whatever. Just kind of just be. I tell the coaches, this is a chance for these kids to see us as hey, we're guys too, man. We're just grown-up kids, at times. So we'll get to do that. We'll feed them a good dinner. We'll have a steak dinner, and then we'll do something a little special at the end, man. Where I have each senior will kind of stand up and. They'll talk about what football means to them, how they got started and what they're going to miss the most. And I'll always lead it off and tell them how I got started coaching football or playing football. And it's a really good moment. It's one of the things I look for each year, so that's what we're going to do. As a matter of fact, they're doing it right now. And as soon as this show's over, me and Kendrick are going to go over there. But, it's a different night. Normally I'm at home, but not tonight. So.
Coach, that does sound like a good time. I'm not just throwing this out there for anything. I think maybe my invitation got left in the email somewhere.
That's right.
I don't know.
That's right. I got lost in there. That's right.
Coach, all right, just glancing back off Kendrick before we kind of move forward and look at the standings and really just how big this game is when you're talking about the Auburn game tomorrow night. When you look at the standings in so many different ways, ties could come up. Who's going to get home field? That's stuff that we'll break down if you're interested in that. But Kendrick Rogers, man, stand up young man, comes up here. Incredible talent on the field, but says all the right things.
And he does all the right things. Kendrick is obviously he transferred back to Prattville. Prattville's where he's originally from. Had been playing out at Tog Academy, came back last November, and he has been an absolute joy to be around. Kendrick is a worker, he is. Like I said, Kendrick's had he's been a part of all-star teams, and he's been the best guy. So, man, he come into a situation where, hey, you're still going to be the best guy, but you're going to have some really good guys around you as well. And, man, he has been the leader of our group. I mean, he leads them in the weight room, leads them on the field. And he had advantage that he knew these guys growing up. He's from Prattville. So, man, I've just been impressed with him. And then his play on the field, man, he has been an elite football player for us, man. And I can't say enough about him. And he truly is. It doesn't matter if he has 9 catches, 2 catches, 5 catches. Look, man, he wants to win, and he wants his team to win. He wants his teammates around him to be better. And he holds them to a high expectation. He's everything I want in a football player. And I know I say that a lot about there's a lot of good things we say about a lot of kids. But when I mean just a natural leader, and I hadn't had too many just like him in my coaching career.
I mean, Coach, that's something you brought up. You know, it's you can go out there and catch, 12 passes. You can go out there and catch 1 or 2 passes. But something that I'm just going to guess that you wouldn't trade would be the locker room experience that he brings with him.
He does. And he does it by example. He's going to go put in the work. He's going to be the first one out there. He's going to go run the reps. He's going to go work out. He's going to go get the reps in the weight room. And he does it. He's also, man, he's an emotional leader too, man. He's constantly, hey, guys, let's go. Man, I really think me and him, it was just went really good for one another, man. Because I'm a guy that does have high expectations. And Kendrick has high expectations for himself and the people around him. And I do too, man. It's been a really good deal. He's really been a blessing for us.
Coach, Class 7A Region 2. It looks like this currently Central Phoenix City 4-0 last week. Got the big win on Saturday against Lee Montgomery, 53-26. Then it kind of falls into the situation that we're looking at right now. It's Auburn 5-2 overall, 3-1 in Region 2 standings. They got the win over Smith Station, 35-14, and then to your Prattville Lions, 6-1, 3-1 in Region 2. Again, you beat Jeff Davis 44-7. A lot of things can really fall into place right there because Lee Montgomery sits below the tied for 2 at 6-2. Of course, y'all beat them a couple weeks ago on that one. They did lose to Central this past Saturday. This game, I've heard a few different things. It could be home field advantage, maybe tying whoever wins it. It could be a 3-way tie. One team beats another team there. I mean, it's a bunch of different ways this can play. But I think we agree on one thing. As Al Davis said, just win, baby, win. If you win, everything else is taken care of.
Well, that's because ultimately all you can control is what you can control. You can't worry about scenarios. You can't worry about, if this team does this or 3-way ties and records by non-region opponents, all that stuff. You just can't worry about that. To me, we got to go out and take care of business. And here's the deal: it does mean a lot for our region, and we know that. But to me, if I can, in the mindset that we just keep saying over and over and over, man, it means a lot because it's the next game on our schedule, and it's a really, really good opponent. So that's to me because if we go take care of that, this stuff will take care of itself. But yeah, we are mindful, we're conscious of it, we do know. I mean, to me, the other makes football fun, and obviously you kind of want to know, man, where we stack, where are we going to be? We're going to. If we win, we take care of ourselves. If not, then we're relying on, like I said, things that are out of our control. But it's a big game for a lot of reasons.
3 games left on the schedule. 2 are just region games tomorrow night against Auburn, and then the following week you'll host Smith Station, and then you'll finish up with Sidney Lanier. That's on the 1st of November. So, Coach, not many region games left, and again, it's like you snap your fingers and you're sitting, and it's almost November, and for us, I mean, different careers, but football season is no doubt our busy time. And, I mean, is it got to a point maybe like have you had 5 minutes to kind of think how quick this season has just transitioned from the first to second to the third stage?
I'll say this, and maybe I have had 5 seconds to think. It has been the fastest and quickest football season I think I can remember. I really do that, man. It is. You're right. We're already into week 8. Week 9, I mean, just incredible. Like, man, we just feel like yesterday we got started, and it is breezing by. And I guess as you get older in life, and man, I have kids and things like that, it is a rat race every day. And we've talked about that some on the phone. I mean, on this radio show before. So, but yeah, this season has flown by, and that's what I tell our senior kids all the time. I say, guys, man, you don't want to have regrets. You're gonna blink, and you're gonna be midway through the season. You're gonna blink again, and you're gonna be first round of the playoffs. You know what I mean? So. Hey, don't look back and say, I wish I would have. You know what I mean? This is the time to make the most of it.
Coach, coming into the season, a couple of different milestones really hitting, but, I think the biggest one is coming back home, getting another year at Prattville High School, kind of seeing the kids that you had transfer in, guys that you've been working on for the past couple of years to see where their progress would be. Has the season kind of flown by because maybe, you're having more fun than you've had in the past couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, it has. And I tell you this, man, we're so – and I mean, to get to this point, you have to be so focused, man. And sometimes you're afraid. And Kendrick said it best, man, you can't get complacent. You're so afraid if you sit back and actually enjoy this a little bit that you let your guard down. The reality of it is we are enjoying this, man. This is what I love to do. I love coaching football. I love coaching young men. It's an enjoy, man, and I'm glad I get to have family around to do it. Man, it is an enjoyment, but you really don't want to sit back and think, because then you start worrying about things that, to me, it just not that it doesn't matter, because we'll have time after the season to reflect. But, man, it has been fun. It has. This year 2, kids are meeting my expectation, man, of the things that our coaches have said. You're starting to see it, man. You're starting to see them say the same things you're saying. And you knew this would happen, or you at least were hoping. This happened maybe at McGill when I was there. By that year 2, year 3, the kids are saying the same things. The culture is there, and it's starting to really take hold. I keep saying it. We're still not completely there yet, and we may never completely be there, but we're still not there where I want us to be, but we're getting closer and closer every day. Like I said, man, kids are playing, they're buying in, and they're practicing hard, they're preparing hard. They're doing the things that they need to do to be successful.
Just me listening back and, just kind of breaking down what you're saying. Is this one of the most locked-in seasons that you can remember maybe coaching? I mean, I get every year, it doesn't matter where you're coaching, what level you're looking at. You're focused on that individual season, but it's really a week-by-week type thing. How locked in do you feel? Because, I mean, I sit back and talk to you once a week, and right. You are extremely just focused, but, I mean, it feels like a different level of concentration from you.
Yeah, it is. I tell you this, that's what's probably the most thing I've been impressed with our kids, man. They prepare. And as the week goes on, man, going to Friday game day, they are getting dialed in. I hadn't had a group. Even the year when we won it all at McGill in 2015, and that was a special group, and they were driven like this group is. But this group, man, Friday games day, they get focused, almost like scary focused. And, and you're right, I am a focused guy. I want our kids to enjoy this. I do. But I think we said this earlier this week, more teams lose games than they win games. So to me, it's my job as a head coach and try to let these kids understand, these players understand, how do you eliminate distractions? Man, think how good all of us could be in anything we do if we eliminated the distractions in our life, the things that took our attention away that just really don't matter, man. If this is what you want to do, if you want to play football or you want to go into this industry or you want to go – whatever goal you want to achieve, man, eliminate the things that distract you from getting that goal. Same thing with winning a football game. Let's eliminate the ways we lose, man. We didn't prepare hard enough. Well, we didn't watch enough film, or we didn't focus, I hope these kids will take that into the classroom. They take that into the rest of their life, man. All right, I got to make an A in this subject, man. Well, okay, what do you need to do? I got to put this amount of time into it at night. Well, let's don't get on the phone and talk to my girlfriend. Let's don't go play the video game then. Let's eliminate those things that keep making us lose. Let's keep eliminating that. And it does not happen overnight. You can't snap your fingers. You just got to keep being consistent with that message over and over and over. And we've made this saying before, but this is not mine. I've heard from a pretty good sports psychologist who say it'll happen all of a sudden over a long period of time. And it's so true, man. It just like, what did you say? But then you start looking at it, it's like, I get it. It makes sense.
It's kind of a phrase you hear too, is that a team will take the identity, the attitude, the swagger of the guy leading them. And so just even thinking about something subconsciously that you just do because you're so dialed in and so focused, have you ever taken 5 seconds to maybe reflect a little bit and say, on those nights, on Friday nights, when you see those guys so locked in, that maybe you're setting a good example?
Oh, yeah. I can tell you, man, we played Lee 2 weeks ago, and it's probably 20 minutes before kickoff. And I was like, good night, man. These kids are like, man, they're like a tiger in the jungle. I mean, they really are, man. Or I should say lion in the jungle. How about that? But they were, man. It was just they were all in, dialed in, man. And that's to me, is what you, like I said, we're playing some really good football teams. Lee's a really good team. JD's a proud program. Auburn High School is an outstanding football team. For us to be able to beat those teams, we have to be that dialed in and focused, man, because when you look at talent, even to even, man, they got really good players. We got good players too. All right, so and they got a really good coaching staff. We got a good coaching staff. So how can we get our kids to play at a level to beat them? And our kids are starting to do it, man. But you're right, it's intense. Sometimes I won't. I kind of reflect back and say, man, maybe I was a little over the top. Kendrick said, I guess the practices are hard or pushing him and all that. But I do want these kids to understand how much, man, we adore them, man. These kids are unbelievable, man. And sometimes, we don't say that enough or do that enough, but we think the world of them, man. I just love watching these kids achieve and go do things, and it's exciting. It really is, man. You just don't get a chance to do that as much because trying to find that happy medium where I want them to be dialed in, but I want them to enjoy this too. And, we're getting better and better at it every year, every day.
Each and every Friday night, catch all your Prattville High School highlights on Alabama News Network and Lace Up starting at 10 o'clock. Of course, if you want to listen to the show, if you want to watch a replay, it's real simple. You can listen to it live just like you are right now, Dixie Country 100.1 FM. You can hit the replay or watch the live feed of the show on Prattville Live, or you can listen it through also DixieCountry.com, or you can ask Alexa to play Dixie Country. Stay with us. We'll be right back for the last time tonight. You're listening to the Coach Caleb Ross Show.
We're here today at Larry Puckett Chevrolet by the brand new Blazer. Got General Sales Manager Kirk Mims here. Kirk, tell us what's going on here at Larry Puckett Chevrolet.
It's closeout time at Larry Puckett Chevrolet. The 2019s are going fast. We've got save up to $5,000 on one of these Blazers. You can save up to $7,000 on the new Equinox, and you can save up to $14,000 off of a new 19 Silverado. There will never be a better time. Come and see us.
Great time to come see him. Come see Kirk and the boys here at Larry Puckett Chevrolet.
Think local. Think of all the skill and talent found right here in our community. Hands that build, hands that feed, teach, protect, and hands that heal. Guardian Credit Union reaches out to people just like you. Handling loans for new cars, opening doors to new homes, saying yes to fun and adventure. When you need a strong, steady financial hand, think local. Think Guardian.
Buffalo Rock is well known for Pepsi and other great soft drink brands. Did you know that Buffalo Rock is one of the River Region's largest full-service caterers? And have you heard about Micro Market? Buffalo Rock is leading the region with innovation to replace conventional vending at many of the larger industrial plants. Plant management loves it, and so do the employees. To find out more about Buffalo Rock Catering and the Micro Market, call Mike Barnett at 334-394-4452. The Buffalo Rock family is proud to support area schools. BuffaloRock.com.
Did you know you can buy an Easy-Go golf cart for only $3,100 now at Prattville Outdoors, 118 Highway 82 West in Prattville? Prattville Outdoors has a great selection of previously owned 2017 Easy-Go golf carts. Prattville Outdoors even has a camo model that's been jacked up and ready for hunting season, selling at only $69.95. Come see the Johnson Brothers and Bibb today at Prattville Outdoors, 118 Highway 82 West, or go to PrattvilleOutdoors.com. That's PrattvilleOutdoors.com.
Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish. Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish.
I only use U.S. farm-raised catfish.
We've been selling U.S. farm-raised catfish since 1978.
They do have a choice for a good, wholesome, safe fish. We know it's a good product.
Ask for U.S. farm-raised catfish, only the finest, freshest, tastiest. You can taste the difference.
From our farm to your table, your family deserves the best. U.S. farm-raised catfish.
Hey, this is Chip Powell. I'm here with Lewis Mills, Service Manager at Larry Puckett Chevrolet, here at Express Oil Change and Tires Engineers. As you can hear, they're getting the new tires put on. Lewis, tell us what's going on here.
Well, Chip, hunting season around the corner. You're trying to get a jump on things. We're putting on your Nitto grapplers on your truck now. So we have BF Goodrich, Michelin, Uniroyal, and multiple other lines of tire.
Man, that's great, Lewis. We really appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Bye.
Welcome back in. Final time tonight. Coach Caleb Ross Show breaking down just a few minutes left before the Nick Saban Show kicks off. You can catch that right here on Dixie Country 100.1 FM. That show starts each and every Thursday night at 6:30 right after this show right here. Coach, man, big night ahead. Tomorrow, got Auburn. You know, we've broken down the past week. Kendrick Rogers, incredible performance against Jeff Davis. We've looked at we've looked at Auburn, broken down the Region 2 standings. But tonight, again, let's go over a few more things here because you're about to have a lot of fun again.
Yeah, like I said, we're going to go over there and we got a good meal. And like I said, they're doing that right now at a venue. And like I said, we got Logan's. I think it's going to cook the steaks. But anyway, so we're over there. And then, like I said, I really look forward to the very end, man. I just really like hearing our kids and their thoughts. And it's always a really good night. So it is. We're excited about it.
Coach, just, honestly, a few hours away. You're going to go out there, have a good time with that tonight. Then you're going to hit the position. You put the kids to bed, you go to sleep, and then you wake up at that early 4:15 a.m. Same routine in the morning?
It is. I mean, that's been for the last really 13, 14 years of my life. So we get up, and I can almost tell you, it's got to be routine because that first 20 minutes, you're you're not even awake.
You're a zombie walking around.
Yeah, we go in, we bump the air up, I drink maybe a little bit of Gatorade or something, some type of water or something. Then we pour our coffee. It's pretty hot, so I let it sit, and then I eat some type of bowl of cereal. Then we go drink our coffee, and it's really pretty much the same routine. So then we start. We'll work a little bit. Then that coffee get in, then I'll do a little devotional. Man, it's really good. It's my favorite time of the day.
About 2:00 tomorrow. What's your hope that people's mindsets might be?
Well, I know for me, and I know for a lot of our coaching staff and kids, man, it's a turn. Like early in the morning, man, you can't be ready to play a game at 7:00 in the morning. You can't be at noon, but somewhere in that afternoon, man, you got to start turning the corner, man. That your mind starts to flip, so that you start getting dialed in, and man, it starts with a pregame meal. Man, our kids come from class, they come from talking to girlfriends, they're talking about whatever, and so that's one of the things I want them when they go to that pregame meal. Man, I want them, they can have their headphones on, they can listen to the music, but I want it to be quiet. And it's not that I really want them just to be quiet. I just want that, hey, so we got to have some type of divider between school, girlfriend, academics, buddies. There's got to be some type of division. Now we got to start getting our mind away from that, okay? You can get it back on after the game, but for the next few hours, I need you focusing on what we're about to do. And so, because once we break from pregame meal, they go get dressed and taped. Man, they can talk a little bit. Now, we don't want it to be rowdy and all that, but they can, they can socialize, and then we come back and we do our meetings and walkthroughs and all that before we head to the stadium. So that's kind of the routine on a Friday. It really is.
Coach, quickly, and we just have about a minute left before we have to get out tonight. Early in this ball game, what is that one thing that you really want to see in the first 3 to 4 minutes tomorrow night against Auburn that you might know, hey, we do a couple of these things, we get rolling, we're going to have a good night?
Well, we got to play with the same intensity. You're playing an outstanding football team that's very well coached on both sides of the ball. They do a great job, man, and this is a big challenge. You're playing a really good football program, so we've got to bring our same level of focus, intensity that we've been doing the last few weeks on both sides, man, and we got to go execute. Auburn's really good. I mean, I know we ain't talked a whole lot about them, but they're good. They're where they're at for a reason. Good coach, good coaching staff, good players. It's probably one of our biggest challenges of the year. We know it is.
Coverage begins tomorrow night, 6:00 p.m. or live game, pre-game coverage coming in at 6:45. Of course, the game will get kicked off at 7 o'clock. It is Prattville hosting Auburn. That's going to do for the Coach Caleb Ross Show for this week. Join us, of course, next week, same time, same location, 5:30 to 6:30. That's on Thursday nights for Coach Caleb Ross, our producer, man. The man can do it all, Stacy Mills, and the entire Dixie Country family. I'm Darryl Pockett. So long until next week. Stick around. The Nick Saban Show is next. Have a good night.